Hello and welcome to Sunrise Tarot. My name is Leah and today we'll be doing a reading for the beautiful sign of Leo for the month of July 2025. We are already in July. I do apologize for posting this a little bit late. I've had family visiting, so they were taking all my energy and time. But for the month of July, this is the spread for Leo. And do remember that this is a general reading, so there will be parts that may not resonate with you. Only take the parts that do resonate and leave the rest for someone else. I've already meditated on the cards. I've already shuffled the cards, and this is the spread that I have for you today. In the past position, we have the Six of Pentacles, clarified by the Chariot. In the obstacle position, we have the Eight of Swords, clarified by the King of Cups. In the present position, we have Temperance, clarified by the Ten of Cups. And in the future outcome position, we do have the Knight of Swords, clarified by the Page of Wands. So let's get right into this spread. It's great that in the past position you have the Six of Pentacles, because it tells me that in the recent past there was something in your life that was fair and balanced, and there was maybe somebody around you who was supportive of you and pulling in their weight as well. Like you could count on that person or on that situation, and it allowed you to really kind of cover a large territory, because you also have the Chariot card as well. Maybe you had a situation where you were giving money to a friend and they were helping you in some other way where you felt supported. Or maybe at work you've had like a boss who was delegating things pretty fairly, and that helped you kind of accumulate some of the resources in a way that was balanced and fair for you. But the Six of Pentacles is a card where generosity is very dominant. So in the recent past you experienced quite a bit of generosity. You were able to share and you were able to take as well in an equal manner. For some of you, it could also mean that there was like a goal-oriented exchange. Like, if you help me with this, I can help you with that in return, and that will and ultimately that helped you move forward because you used your willpower and determination as a result of this equal give and take situation. You were able to get ahead, whereas others were not as, intuitive or astute or lucky. You were able to really gain something valuable, and it made your life easier. You do feel, Leo, like in the month of July, it does look like you are worrying needlessly because you have the Eight of Swords, which is a card that shows a person, really being consumed by anxiety and worry, and wanting to go back in time where things were easier or more comfortable. And so you may feel like you're trying to do something that helps you escape the reality in which you're in. But again, it always depends on your thought pattern, on your thoughts. If you are, constantly in the pattern of worrying, it is difficult to see beyond the issue at hand. You also have the King of Cups in the obstacle position. So there is maybe someone around you that isn't being forthcoming about how they feel. You may be having a difficult time trying to figure out how someone else feels around you because they're not being very open. And so you may see that they're kind of being secretive or holding things to themselves and not really sharing. It could be someone who is just doesn't have a lot of tolerance for, variety or different things like cultural differences, generational differences, or something of that effect. But there is a person around you who maybe is kind of difficult to communicate with. But the good thing is, in the present position, you do have the Temperance, which is a really wonderful card that tells you to slow down and take it step by step, and really try and focus on positive thinking and find advantages where situations are a little bit tense. But overall, Temperance is bringing some balance into your life where you will notice things are a little bit easier. And also with your family and friends, things are becoming more supportive, where you will feel like people admire you, people appreciate you, people are really grateful that you are in their life. And again, the Temperance here is saying, take it cautiously forward, try and compromise if you can, try and find the middle ground between what you want and, where you are at this moment. But overall, this is a really happy combination, because the Ten of Cups is saying that people around you are trying to raise their vibration, and they are overall influencing you in a positive way. In the future outcome position, you have the Knight of Swords clarified by the Page of Wands, which tells me things are moving forward pretty quickly. There's a lot of change that is happening that is making you feel like you can do better and you can create a more advantageous situation for yourself. You just need to really kind of be open to communicating as clearly as you can, and making sure that your plans are rooted in something that is long lasting, right? You don't want to root your plans into too much depending on someone else, or too much as a result of money. You always want to make sure that you ground your plans in long-term stability. And the way to do that is you close your eyes, you imagine your plans in a bubble, you attach a grounding cord to that bubble. That way it can really clear the bubble. It can really clear all the foreign energy out of your plans. And that way you can then kind of bring the bubble into your body, and that will help you be much more in alignment going forward in various situations. But definitely you're being quite strong-minded towards the end of July, beginning of August. Things are going to be moving quickly around you, so it is very important to be as prepared as you can be going into the later months of this year, August, September, October. Again, July is still a very energetically heavy month, but things will calm down. And I also hope that you have an incredible birthday if your birthday is in the month of July. As well, this card fell out, older woman, dealings or relationships with an older woman who may be helping you with something. And then we also have pin, new job or career. And we also have frying pan, we also have frying pan, trouble or accusations, where you will feel like you have to come up with a quick answer and time will be of the essence. So make sure that you are as prepared as you can be, and don't take on too much. In the month of July, we also have fair man, dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. And then we also have gong, an exciting event. But yeah, with the Page of Wands in the future outcome position, it definitely tells me that you're going to be communicating quite heavily towards the end of July. So make sure to pay attention to the emails that you're sending out, or to the text messages that you're sending out. It's very important that your communication comes across as clear as possible. Just shuffled the Angel and Ancestor Oracle cards, and we have She-Wolf, unleash the wild within. Definitely allow your wild side to come out a little bit, and play. Make sure to remember that, wolves are really wonderful animals. They protect their own, they protect their tribe. They only take what is needed and leave the rest. They're very mindful. They're very attentive to the nature around them, and they can be quite helpful as well. But it is important to remember that we are in the era of being free and as you as possible. So try and be as authentic as you can in that moment, in every single moment, because that will help you attract the vibrations and the energies around you that you need at that moment. So definitely ground yourself heavily in the month of July. Also ground your plans. Ground your home, ground your car, ground the place where you work. As much grounding as you do, you get rid of foreign energy, energy that doesn't belong in your space. People say ground yourself. That's true, but you don't just ground yourself. You can ground all kinds of things around you, and that will help you vibrate more cleanly. The Shaman Stream Oracle card, here we have dances on one foot, balancing act. Definitely there's going to be some balancing that will be required, but in the end, balance is what saves you. Even if you do something wrong or make a mistake somewhere, as long as you are balanced, that will ultimately get you to your goal and to the outcome that you want to see in your life. Remember that there is no such thing as victim. You create your reality. And so by changing your thoughts, by grounding yourself, by grounding things in your life, you can even ground a city. You can even ground a town. All you have to do is close your eyes and imagine it in a bubble and attach a grounding cord to it that goes deep down to Mother Earth, and it gets rid of all the toxic, negative, unwanted energy that is considered, not so good for the environment in which we live in. But there's also one more step that you have to do. You have to fill it with abundance, and wonderful positive things. Again, look at the secret video that I posted a couple of months ago. I think that explains the grounding technique as clear as I can explain it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for visiting me, and I will see you in the next one.